everyone, and welcome to this webinar of Similia with me, Marco, the founder of Similia. And in this webinar, we'll go through questions from our pro subscriber, and I will also show maybe some new features we recently released, and also hopefully hear suggestions for new features or improvement that we can do at Similia. So we want to start with some questions. Does anyone have any questions? Or if not, I can start showing something. Hi, Rita. Yeah.
Hi, I just have a question. So when I go back to a case, can I edit? Actually, sorry, I did go back just now, and I was able to do it just now. Apologies. I was going to say, how do you edit and add more information? But I just managed to do it just now as I was talking to you, where previously I felt I couldn't find it. It must be saved automatically, I'm assuming, if you're adding new information.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yes.
Basically, everything that it's done in the software, from creating a case, a new analysis, writing notes, adding rubrics, every action, it's always saved automatically.
And if I have a follow-up case, would you consider or advise, do you do it as a new case but label it second case or a follow-up, or is there an option to have it all under one name in one place?
Yes, yeah, there's definitely an option. Actually, I will share my screen now so I can show it better. Okay, so we'll go on the cases section. And here is the list of the case. So when you go on one case, so actually let's start by creating a new case. So it's even easier. So when you create a new case, so this is the page that you see when you create a new case, which is empty, of course. On the right are displayed the case notes, and on the left, the list of analysis. An analysis, we can consider it like an appointment. So the suggestion, it would be definitely that for each appointment we have for the same patient, we create a new analysis. So first thing you would do with a new patient, you create the first analysis. And so you are here where you can search for rubrics and add them to the repertorisation. Then you can go on notes and type notes here, and also uses the AI functionalities. You can go on analysis to see the grid. And so this is the first analysis that we created. Then here we have the go back button. So here now we went back to the case we created. Actually, let's add some notes here to show notes of first appointment. So as you can see now on the right side, we have the notes from this appointment, which is differentiated by the date. And here on the left, we have the list of the analysis, which again, we can consider the list of appointments. We can edit the date, and also we can give a label to each appointment. And so those three dots, they're always like the action. And so we click and we have two actions. We can edit or we can delete. So we can change the date. So of course, in case we are importing an existing case from somewhere else, we can put the correct dates when the appointment happened. And then we can give a label. So it could be first appointment or something that remind us something about the case, like if it was an acute, so in between chronic appointments, if we had an acute and we made a repertorization for it, and so on. And so if we do it, this one, I will call it first appointment, then it will show here as a label. Then, so now to answer your question, if you have a second appointment with this same patient, what you would do is that you go on cases, you click on this patient, and then here we have the button new analysis. This will create a new analysis, which is empty. So here you would start adding, if you want to do another repertorization, you would start adding other rubrics, and you have your notes which are empty because so the notes are separated by each appointment. So here we can type notes of the second appointment. And if we go back, we can see that now this is again the case page. This is the name of the case. So let's actually change the name so it's more clear. We'll call it Marco Ruggeri. As you can see here, we have Marco Ruggeri history. And here is the list. So we have the first appointment. I added the date, so it's now showing at 2nd of September, and then another appointment. And like this, as many as appointment, like usually, if you have 5, 10, 20 appointments over the years with the same patient, you would have them all here. And so on the left side, it's the list of the appointment, and on the right side is the case note. And this can be handy because after you have many appointments with the same patient, you can quickly switch by clicking here, the date of each appointment. You can quickly switch between the notes. So after, let's say you have 10 appointments, you want to see on, what were the notes on each appointment, you can switch here. And you can also search the notes. You can search the type first. Only this one gets filtered because it's only the one that include first. If I go second, this one. If I type notes, both are showing because both include this word. So yeah, is it clear, Rita?
Absolutely, that's brilliant. Thank you so much.
Is there any other question for now? Dalia, please. You are muted.
Thank you. If I want to sort of like you're doing now, yeah, you got a client, a patient that comes a few times, yeah. So and I can see that you can get the notes on analysis. The date is there very clearly, and if you click, the notes are in there. What I get a little bit confused is having the notes just under where it says case notes, where you got the magnifying glass, this is search, and then the notes on the right hand side, yeah, in there, and then it's the notes on the right hand side where you wrote notes of second appointment on the right hand side under the, not right, to the right, yeah. So I get confused a little bit because sometimes I type in there, but sometimes I type to the top where it says search and nothing happens underneath. Yeah, so if I type there, I don't see anything coming out on the notes. However, it still gives me an analysis. So I get a bit confused sometimes with that. Is that right? Or am I doing something wrong?
Okay, so this search, it's meant to search through all the existing notes from different appointments. So of course, it's meant after you have a patient with a lot of appointments. And let's say, it's maybe 10 appointments, 20 appointments over a few years. Then you don't remember anything. And so you can type here a word maybe, you know, something comes up in the case about grief, and so you want to go and look across all the notes, across all the appointments where the grief appears in your notes, because of course now you forgot after a few years which was the exact appointment. So you type grief here, and the analysis where in the notes these wordings mentioned appear. If there is no grief in the notes, then, like it happened in this case, it's empty. While if I type something that is present, so if I type notes, you can see that we have those two analyses, and it's highlighted the word we searched for. Does that answer your question?
Yes, that's great. I didn't know you could do that. So that's
Yeah.
a feature that I didn't know. Do you know what I mean? I was getting really confused typing stuff in there. So I didn't know. That's a great feature to have.
Yeah, this is only to search. Then if you want
Yes,
to type
yeah.
the notes, you type them in here.
Yes.
And also to clarify, typing here and typing in when you go inside the case and then on notes, it's the exact same thing. In fact, you can see I typed some letters in the case page, and here in the analysis I have them. And if I delete them here and I go back, you can see that they have been deleted here as well. It's just a way, like in my opinion, how I would explain this feature is that here it's very useful to have it here after we have a patient with a lot of appointments, because you can quickly switch between each appointment and you can search. While when you are working on a case, I would go inside the case on notes, and then I would type them here, because then you can quickly close and you can search a rubric and you can back to the notes.
Okay. May I ask another question? Is that right?
Sure.
You know, for example, a client comes and you do the first appointment and you got the analysis, and then they come like whenever, how many weeks later, and you take the follow-up. Is it worth copying and pasting the notes from the first appointment into the second one? And can we do that? Or is it sort of like this is created to keep it very separate each appointment?
Yeah, my suggestion would be to not do that, because I think it's very handy to be able to have the notes separate for each appointment, so that after you build a certain number of history with the patient and you have a lot of appointment, it can be very helpful to look at the notes of each different appointment instead of having them all in the same place. So you could do it. I mean, for example, you just copy from here. I do the Command V, or you could do right click copy. You go here, you paste it, and you have it here. So there's no problem in doing it, but it's not something I would suggest, because yeah, actually it's really made to differentiate the notes by appointment, which in my opinion, after we have a lot of appointment, can be helpful.
All right.
Okay,
Okay. That sounds good. Sorry. And I had one more, which was about, you know, when we use the analysis, yeah, and you can sort of the first time you put the notes in, you can use the AI to do it. Yeah.
Yes.
And how do we do it again to just do it ourselves, you know, just to use it? Because sometimes I find it a bit confusing. Sometimes I seem to be able to do it, other times I notice that I'm not able to. And I like to do the contrast and compare. You know, I use first the AI, and then I like to kind of like use the repertory.
Okay, so what is exactly the question? That sometimes you have issue doing the AI analysis?
No, I can do the AI analysis, yeah. And then I want to do the same, but repertorizing without the AI analysis. So
Okay,
I do the
so-
AI analysis first. Sorry?
Maybe, you know, someone spoke without the... Yeah, you can go on.
Yeah, no, I was sort of like saying the analysis. Yes, I do the AI analysis first, and then I want to use exactly what I have written to do the other analysis, you know, to do the repertory analysis.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good point. So at the moment, here are some notes I copied here from another case. So if you want to do the analysis manually, so you have the notes here and you read and say, okay, throat, it's sore all over and moved from right to left side. So I would close here and I would go and search throat pain right to left. So we find the rubric that we like. Okay, this one, right to left, we add it. Then I go back to notes and let's search something else. It feels dry and achy. And so throat pain, dry. Okay, so we got this one, throat dryness, pain. So at the moment, yeah, what you have to do is basically you go to the notes and you close them. But actually, this is, now that it comes up, it's something I've taught in the past, and I'm very curious to hear your feedback, and also if anyone else want to share their experience. I had, like, it was a pain for me sometimes to do this, so to having to close, to open and then close, search, close again, and so on. So I was thinking to add the possibility to also having the notes, you know, maybe somewhere here in this space, so that there is space for everything. So you have the notes, but you don't have to open and close all the time.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Anyone else has any thoughts? Did there any issues around this anytime?
Yeah, I think that'll be a great idea.
Hi.
Thank you.
I also think that it's a good idea.
Yeah, I found that cumbersome and
You can
wanted
have
some-
it. You can have it side by side, I think. The notes and then the search for the repertory.
Yes, one thing I thought is that, for example, if we put the notes on the left and the repertory on the right, then we don't see the selected rubrics anymore. But it could be like a trade-off, like that's fine. Then when you want to see them, you just close the notes. Another
Yeah,
option would...
That would
Yeah.
be the option. And also you can make a pop-up window if possible.
Yeah,
A
actually, that's
pop-up
an
window
interesting...
would
Just in a
you
meeting.
can do it if you have a pop-up window. You can scroll it. You can move it
Meeting,
to the
okay.
other places also.
Yeah, perfect.
Sorry, Rajesh, someone was talking.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
I was telling is that if you have a pop-up window, you can move the cursor, or you can take the window of the notes anywhere you want around the screen.
Yeah, that's a very good point. So yeah, I'm noting all this, and so I will make some tests to see. Like, it definitely must be improved, and yeah, we'll see how. But yeah, this will be top priority to improve.
I also thought of having it be below the notes. If you just move the rubrics down and you can scroll up and down inside the rubrics, but you keep the notes on both on the left-hand side.
So you would like, sorry, can you explain it
So
again?
if you keep the notes and the new rubrics on the left side, but you keep the notes so that you always see the notes and you can scroll up and down through the rubrics underneath the notes.
Okay, so like half, like in this left side,
Yes.
half
Yes.
the decay. Okay, yeah, definitely. I mean, actually, probably the best. I think it should be customizable. So, you know, some users, they want an external pop-up, some users, they want it on top, some users, they want it. So that's probably the end goal would be to have it like quite flexible. But yeah, I will see what we can do. Definitely very soon we'll have a much easier way than now, because I understand for my personal use that it's
See,
a
when
pain
you
at the
open
moment.
this AI analysis, like this is a search window, but then if you open the AI analysis, when it analyzes, it shows the rubrics beside the notes. So from there, any rubric that they want can be selected directly. So if that is the option, then it's very simple. It's already there and executable.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it's really more about deciding where to put it, but I will make some tests, and yeah, this will be definitely
Having a lot of
the
windows,
horizon.
again, having lots of elements would also be disturbing, or it won't be, one would not be able to focus too much if there are too many elements around there.
That's true. Yeah. By the way, actually, now this is something I never thought about, but I think it's really interesting, and I'm not sure if anyone thought about it and does it. But actually, you can use, since it's browser-based, you can use Similia also with more than one tab, more than one browser at the same time. So let me show you. Now I have two opened here. One. So as you can see, I can have the exact same case, and you know, I can open anything that I want. So like, for example, one could open in one window the notes like that. And I mean, I don't think it's a good solution, a final solution. I think we will definitely have something better in the software in one page itself. But I just wanted to show, because, you know, sometimes even if you want to work at, you want to have, you know, two repertorization at the same time, you want to work on, you know, you can definitely do it. You can even have more than two open at the same time. Yeah, just wanted to show this.
Yeah, that's fine. The other one that I was telling you, if you can open it and see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is an ideal way wherein you can have it and you can just add from here. And then this could be a way wherein you have the rubrics on one side, the search of rubrics also on the left side, and then notes on the right side. One can always go back to the clipboard.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Okay, great. Oh, by the way, I don't know if anyone noticed, but yeah, this was also a recent update. Like before, the suggested rubrics, they were shown below, and it was like not very handy. There wasn't a lot of space, while now it's better separated. There's much more space for the rubrics. Is there any questions? Actually, sorry, there is a question from Jennifer that in chat. So she said she asked if the maximum words it's 10,000. So actually it's characters, but I want to clarify that. So let me get some fake text to copy to make an example. So I want to clarify that the 10,000 characters limit, it's not on the notes, it's only on the AI analysis. So let's see now, the button is still working. Let's add more. Okay, now you see, after I added a lot of text, it's saying character limit exceeded, 16,000 out of 10,000 maximum. So what does this mean? Is that you cannot make at the moment an AI analysis with a text that is longer than 10,000 characters, but you can definitely have notes as long as you want. So I think this is an important clarification to make. And another thing, which probably a lot of you don't know because it's not explained well at the moment, is that you can run an AI analysis only on a certain text just by select it. So let's say I only want to run the AI on this paragraph. I select, and as you can see now, the name of the button changed. Now it's called AI Analyze Selection. So in this way, I can analyze only a certain part of the text. So, for example, if you have such long notes, what you could do is that you divide it in half. You first select the first half, you run the analysis, and then you select the second half and you run the analysis. In the meanwhile, if someone thinks of some question, I want to show something new that was just released. Do you see this red line here?
Yeah, it's just there. I'm not sure why.
I think someone did it, and I'm curious how. Anyway.
That could have been me, and I'm sorry, I was trying to look for your screen.
Oh, no, no worries at all. No,
I can't see the screen. I can just see you guys.
Oh, okay. Do you see the
Speaker view?
Hmm?
If you put speaker view,
Speaker view?
yes,
Uh,
to see Marco's screen.
is that where will I find that? Is it on top or bottom?
Are you on the iPad?
Yeah.
It's like a waffle on the right-hand side.
Okay.
If you click on it, it should give you speaker view, gallery view.
Oh, much better. Thank you. Oh my God. So how do I get rid of that line?
I don't know.
Let's see. Oops. Okay. I don't, oh, hold on. Maybe if I go back. Oh, did I do it?
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Okay. Sorry.
No worries. So, yeah, I want to show some new features, nothing major, but I think it's something can be helpful. Was a feature requested by some user. So as you can see now, there is this new button here, that you can use to hide that part, and then you can click to show it again. This so let's say you want to use the Repertory Explorer and you want more space. You know, if you only use the Repertory Explorer, this of course it's not needed. So you can just put it up and you have much more space to look at your rubrics. And also if you make a search, let's say you type search period dark, and then you just want to focus on your result, you hide it, you have a much more space. And then when you want, if you want to make another search, you just put it back. And also on mobile phone or tablet where you have much less space, it can be also very helpful. And then another one is, so with this new button that is to the left of close search, or when you are here in the Repertory Explorer, it's the same. You can divide the rubrics into two columns. So if you click here, you see the icon changes, and now the rubrics are divided into two columns. It's something it's present often in other software, and it was requested, you know, especially on big screens. You know, if you have the classic view, you have a lot of white space which is unused. And so, yeah, if you prefer, you can organize it in this way. Yeah, those are the new features, little new features that we just released a few hours ago. And also coming really soon, it will be filters and the possibility to sort the result. So you can sort by number of rubrics, You can filter by author. That depends, of course, on which repertory. Like for Murphy, it's less relevant, but for complete, it can be very interesting. So you could say only show me the additions from Kant, only show me Bonninghausen, or you can exclude, let's say you want to exclude some things you don't want to include in the result. So you can play, you will be able to play as soon as it's ready. Quite a lot with a repertory like the complete, which you probably, who's on Murphy, it's not aware, but so on complete repertory, when you click on a remedy, instead of going to the materia medica, what you get is that you get a lot of information. So you get all the sources. So when you see chamomilla in the rubric mind abdominal complaints with, chamomilla score 4, why it's there, who found about this. You click on this and you get all the sources. We got Kant, and it's specified from which book, with what category. This is a repertory, or then we have information from cured, proving, and so on. And then you also have the button, if you click it, to read the materia medica, which sends to the materia medica. Yeah, with Murphy, you only basically, the author, it's always Murphy for all the rubrics. So actually, the information, when you go on a mouse over, you get the full name of the remedy, and then you get the occurrences, which can be an interesting data. So the occurrences, it means how many times this remedy appears in total in the repertory. So it's a way to know if it's a very big remedy, a polygraph, if it's a small remedy. So Stramonium, around almost 6,000. For Murphy, it's a medium-sized remedy, I would say. Lachesis, it's a polygraph, almost 12,000. It's one of the biggest. Belladonna, of course, to more than 12,000. Then we have quite a small remedy, 1,000. This actually never even heard about it. Androcnoctus amorexi, and even smaller one, 600. So yeah, this can be helpful. But yeah, on Murphy, then when you click on the remedy, you just go to the materia medica. Delia, what is complete repertory 2025? So complete repertory is another repertory. So it's like Murphy. So Murphy meta repertory is a repertory, of course, and the complete repertory is a repertory. So the difference is that the Murphy meta repertory was born as a physical repertory. In fact, it's probably the most famous nowadays, because it's also the most modern. I think it was released probably 2018, something like that. So it's the most modern physical book repertory, because all the other modern repertories, they only have been worked on digital format. So complete, many years ago, it was available in physical form, but since many years, it's only available in digital form, the new version at least. Same thing with synthesis from Radar. There was the physical synthesis. There is still, but it's the old version. All the new version, they only have been in digital format. So Murphy meta repertory, it's born as a physical book, and of course, then it's I think it loses compared to modern repertories like complete. It loses a lot of things that a digital native repertory can offer, which we can see now. So, for example, as I just show complete repertory for each addition. It has the source, so it's basically the author, why it has been included, this remedy in this rubric. It quotes basically the reason why it was included.
You also have, if you can scroll above, if you also have the number of cures, number of provers. Since it was seen in 3 provers, the score is, it has a certain gradation. Also, it has got cured cases that were found, and they are reported 11 times. So within the rubric also, it gets its own importance. Like, for example, you can see the remedies within the rubric as in the alphabetical order. But then there is another order wherein, like, for example, it is not seen in Similia, you cannot see it in Similia, but in other program, you can see according to the order of importance. Importance is given based on number of occurrences, like how you see there, the cured as well as provers number. So whichever is highest is the most indicated remedy within that rubric. That is also an option that is available.
Okay, yeah, cool to
And
know.
of
Yeah,
course, you can know
we'll have
all
to
of
add it,
those
yeah.
occurrences in the name of the author.
Yeah. And by
Right.
the way, for
Sorry, I
who
was
doesn't know, so please go on.
No, I was gonna say, can you just click in another one? It's very interesting to see that, as in like in another of the, I don't know, the carbon verge or something, or the next comic, just to have a look. It's very interesting.
Opium. So now you can see here in opium, you can see that it was registered in 1 prover. So there is no cure case data as such. Most of it comes from the materia medica or the repertory. So there is not much of information over there. So if there is a proving that we write, and if the number is there, it will be included over there. Same with the cases also. If there are clinical cases added to it, then you can find the information over there. Also, complete repertory is updated every year. So that's why you're seeing complete 2025. So last year's would be 24, and the one prior to it would be 23. So next year again, you will have new additions. That is to say, new provings as well as new clinical confirmations. If there is a cured case, and if it is published, that would be added. Of course, that would be added by one of the authors.
Can you please explain, there's just 1 prover for opium? I don't understand that.
For that
For
symptom,
this rubric,
from whichever
yeah.
source it is.
For that
For
rubric.
that symptom,
Okay,
from
okay,
whichever
okay.
source. Yeah.
Thank you. Is this
See,
because
available?
within the framework, if only you have that information, you can add. If you don't have that information, it won't be there. It won't. If you have taken it from the materia medica, for example, let us say Clark's or some other, so you don't have the prover information over there unless it comes from either materia medica pura, Allen's encyclopedia, or Hennings's guiding symptoms. So that also changes. It may not always be present. Wherever it is present, you can see it. So, for example, here you have Natrum uraticum, and you have 3 cured cases. One of the case being case of Lycopodium Smith D. So from there it comes. The other 3 are materia medica. So if you can go further, there will be other cases also.
Is this available in the basic package or not?
So this is in the Murphy package. It's not available. It's a different package. So yeah, here I'm in Europe. You will see the prices in Europe. But yeah, if you're in the UK, it's £20. So we have the Similia Pro Murphy edition, which is £20 per month. And then we have the Similia Pro Complete edition, which is £20 a month. If you are already on Murphy and you want to buy the Complete as an add-on, it's not shown here, but if you try to do it, it will shown. It will cost £15 to add to your subscription. So basically, if you want to have Murphy and Complete together in pounds, it's £35 per month.
Okay. Thank you.
Or if you want, you can switch from Murphy to Complete. You will lose the access to Murphy. You will pay the same price, but then you will have the access to the Complete repertoire.
Thank you.
No worries. And also, like, for who doesn't know, so the complete repertory was it's a work by Roger van Zonwert, and he's been working, like it's his live work, has been working for I think around 45 years, and recently in the last few years here Dr. Rajesh, that it's with us tonight, he's been working closely with Roger at improving each year the new version that are coming out.
Hi.
Marco, did I see an advertisement to be able to purchase for the full year and get the second year free?
Okay, so for the it's not advertised, but it's the information that we give out when a student contact us. They ask about our student discount. So for the complete repertory, for students that are in like professional homeopathy course, which is at least 2 years, so where they are studying to like become a homeopath, we offer this discount for the complete repertory, where they can pay 1 year in advance to get 2 years access to the complete repertory. This can be used both for the Similia Pro complete edition, or also to get the complete repertory as an add-on to an existing Similia Pro subscription. We don't offer, for example, the 25% discount with complete, while with Murphy for students, the only discount we offer is the 25% discount during the whole time of studies until graduation. For complete, we offer this different kind of discount.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Yes. Oh, sorry, my video on. So, how do we do that then? Who do we approach if we buy 1 year and get the second year free? Is
Yeah,
there
at
a
the moment,
link?
yeah, well, at the moment it's basically through me, because so the flow it's to email us at sorry, I'm already logged in. Let's see. So at the moment, basically, when you click here, oh, okay, sorry. Well, actually, we have to fix that anyway. Yeah, when you ask information about the students, you just send an email here, maybe through the help desk, where at the moment it's me replying. So yeah, if you send an email, either a message here through the help desk or an email directly.
Okay.
And then we would ask a proof of the studies, which can be a letter of acceptance or a receipt of payment. Things like this.
I'm currently paying monthly. So I've already been through all that. So if I wanted to convert to buy 1 year and get the second year free, can I do that?
Yeah, so that's only available for the complete repertory version. So I guess you are on Murphy version, is that right?
I think so. I think I
Yeah.
would like to switch to the complete though.
Okay, so yeah, if you want to switch to the complete, yeah, what we can do is that we would send you probably a payment link by email where you can pay 1 year in advance, and then from then on, like your subscription would like be freezed. Well, not freeze, but like the next billing would be in 2 years, and then so for 2 years you would have access because you already paid, and then after 2 years it would start again to the usual pricing, which would be, depending on the region, either $30 or £20.
Okay, so I'll just do that through the help desk then.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Any other questions?
I
Okay,
think you
go.
can add some of these features like fonts, change in the fonts. you have already done the soft theme and the dark theme, which is good. So along with that, if you can also give an option to change the font, at least 5 fonts, or maybe system fonts, and then also to be able to change the size of the fonts would be good. If not numbered, at least, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We are working on that, and yeah, so soon in the future in the settings page, at the moment you can customize the grade colors, but yeah, in the future we will have much more customization for sure, like the font type, the font size, and various others customization.
Also, Marco, I don't know whether everybody here knows about the live function.
Yes, we can definitely take a look at that.
I have used that a couple of times and I find it very useful.
Yeah, great to hear. I didn't have the opportunity to test it with a real case yet. I just
I did.
Oh, amazing! And did you enjoy it? Did it work for you?
Yeah, I had because the person only uses the WhatsApp video call, so I had it on my phone and I was able to type at the same time on my PC. So I was able to get this stuff coming up, and sometimes obviously it wouldn't come up with anything either. So it was said no rubrics for it.
You can do the live also with the help of dictation. Like if someone is speaking and the dictation is on, you can have the notes directly into typed.
Yeah, that's
the
the next step.
The dictation feature that is there in the inbuilt already in the Mac. You just need to speak it out, or if the patient is talking. Yeah. So live will anyhow work with that.
Yeah, I think that's something interesting to try. It for sure it can be helpful, I think, but like what we are thinking to build in the future, it's something that is really optimized, because if you do it with the Mac functionalities of like dictation, speech to text, I think the issue is that it doesn't differentiate well between the practitioner speaking and the patient. So there's probably a bit of noise then in the text. Like by noise, I mean it's there are questions, answers. Of course, the AI can help, but so what we will do when we implement ourselves basically the audio feature is that during an appointment, you will be able to just put the microphone on, and the AI will differentiate between the voice of the practitioner asking question and the voice of the patient telling the symptoms. So, and in real time, then calculating rubrics. So then it would be much more accurate, I believe.
Oh, that's a great option.
So we won't be needed then, Marco.
No, actually, I mean, this is an interesting point, and I mean, I would not be afraid of that. I have a quite extreme view, probably, but the thing is, I think it's important. I mean, some people, they go against AI, but I mean, it's there, it's not going away, and actually it's just getting much bigger, and it will be so much more into our lives anymore, as like really in a few years, like most of people, I think they don't realize. I believe that we should embrace it in the correct way, and also be aware that AI, it's a machine, and there is a lot of things that it can do much better than us. And I believe we should let it do it. We should not be, afraid of losing jobs and things. I think the things that are better, it's great. It will improve life in many ways. But then there are other things that humans are better, and that's where we have to focus. And we will have much more time to focus on those things, thanks to AI, because it can take care of all the repetitive things that usually us as humans, we spend a lot of time on. So basically with homeopathy, the case taking, it's something where the machine will never be able to replace, the relationship with the patient, the empathy, all those things, the feelings, the relation. It's something that we are better as humans, and we should focus on that. So I believe in the future, some homeopaths, maybe someone, they will be against this, but I believe some homeopaths, they will be able to focus 100% on their patient during the consultation. They don't have to take notes. They don't have just be there for their patient 100%. And then there will be the software taking care of typing all the notes, getting all the rubrics, doing the analysis, differentiation, and probably suggest a remedy. Then, of course, the final prescription, it will still be up to the homeopath. But I think, in those things, machine can be much better, and I think it's great to use their help, but then so that we can focus on where we are better at.
Results should be anyhow based upon the questions that the physician asks. It's about the quality of questions that the physician is going to ask, and then also how the patient is going to answer. If it is not going to come out properly, then there is an issue. But then it is always within the hands of the physician, and that's the interface. Here the interface between the whole thing is the physician being the interface. What I mean to say is that the efficacy of the physician is going to reflect upon the outcome. How he is going to interview the patient, and how he or she is going to extract the symptoms. Maybe some of the patients, they may not be able to answer, or they are very, there are different types of people, some expressive, some non-expressive and all. And then we have to be able to guide them through the process. And of late, what also has happened is people have forgotten to express their symptoms, or the usage of language has become in such a way that they're not too elaborate and they're not so clear. If they are clear enough, then the symptom would be complete with all the points to it. Like, for example, where it is paining and what type of pain is there, and from where to where it is, and how it gets modified, all those things. Nobody says any longer for most of the things. So, it is also about the colloquial use of things. Many of the people have started using the diagnostic terms. So with this, the things might feel restrictive, but then the more expressive you are, or the physician is, the more expressive the patient is going to be, or they can be guided to answer. So the results are never going to be worrisome, and it cannot be replaced. What I want to say is AI cannot replace any homeopath.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. And yeah, as you said, I think
it's a very good tool.
About...
It's a very good tool to use as such. And I really appreciate one thing, one of the features in it, the picture analysis. Lots of cases of skin you cannot make out, but then with whatever I have tested, they have been very good. Not just with the skin, with other things also. But photo analysis works well. So such things are really useful.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, as you said, I think the point is that the case taking, it will be the most important thing, and where as humans we are better, and there we cannot be replaced. Of course, a machine can take a case, but it cannot be better than us. That's the difference. Okay, so do you have a
we
question,
are the masters,
Linda?
and those are what to say, just like a help. For that matter, any software is a help. That's all.
Yeah. Linda, you have a question?
Yeah. can you explain a little bit more about the live mode? How exactly does that work?
Yes, absolutely. So you find it in the analysis and then going to notes, and then you have the button live mode. So
Okay.
when you open it, you got actually here a pop-up which explains how it works, but I will explain it as well. So the idea of the live mode is that you use it when you are with a patient. So you start the consultation, you open this page, and you start typing the notes from the case in here. Instead of typing, let's say usually you type them on Word or Google Drive, you type them directly here. The advantage that you have is that in real time, a repertorization will be created. I will show how. So let's say, okay, I'm speaking with the patient, he's starting telling me things, and I start typing notes. So he tells me that he has recurring dreams of flying, and I type enter. Then he tells me that he's a very anxious person, and that noise irritates him. And
cool.
he sleeps on the left side, and during sleep he sweat in the middle of the night and change clothes.
Oh, I
His
love
feet
it.
are very cold. So as you can see, basically you are just focused, on your patient or taking notes like you would do normally, but then after, let's say 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you are into the consultation without having done nothing besides what you already would be doing, just taking notes. You have the advantage that you have a repertorization ready, which can be helpful to then decide to start ask some specific questions about some specific remedy to differentiate. So, let's see, you see after a while, you take a quick look and you say, okay, FOS, it's coming up, Belladonna, it's coming up, Lycopodium. So maybe you start to think, okay, yeah, maybe actually he could be a FOS. So you start thinking, at some FOS question. Of course, it's something that it can happen already. When you are taking a case, you have remedies that come up to mind. But this, it's still a further help that, it's there and it's no effort. So I think, yeah, it can be helpful. An important thing, sometimes when we take a case, we write some notes that we just write them to take the information, not because we are going to repertorize on that. So in that case, what we should do, so let's say he tells me that in July 2022, he had the Cypher COVID vaccine. We are not going to repertorize that. So what we do is that we put 2 dots and then enter. So this skips. And so the notes, they still get saved. After you are finished here, if you close and you go back to the notes, sorry, now problem is that you see that they've been added here. I will delete all the previous example text. So they have been written here, so that you also have them saved. They are saved here in the notes as a normal notes. So yeah, that's important, like to use it also in a specific way. So basically a rubric is searched and added every time you hit enter. So the suggestion is to divide each symptom by pressing enter. So if he's telling his feet are very cold, and then he say he has recurring dreams of flying, this will not be good, because now you press enter and you are searching. Let's see what happens. You are searching for 2 symptoms, and probably one will be picked, but we will lose one. So, okay, we got the first one, but basically we lost this one. So it's very important that each symptom is separated and by an enter. And then if you type something, whatever you want, you put the 2 dots, you press enter, it's skipped. And the 2 dots, it's something I just came up randomly. I've been speaking with some other users, and they suggested, for example, what they are used to is that sometimes they put an hashtag at the beginning of the notes if they have something to type that maybe it's just an information, not something to repertorize. So in the future, there will be a settings to customize how to skip. So someone, they want to skip with an hashtag at the beginning, other one, they want to skip with the 2 dots at the end. So it will be completely customizable.
Wonderful.
If you have access to multiple repertories, you can pick which repertory it's used. So I had Murphy selected, but for example, here then I have complete. And it works the same, it will add the complete rubrics, and it will add the rubrics to the different sheets. So now I'm on B, and it adds them to B, and if I go to C, it will add them to C, and so on.
Can I ask a question regarding, this is all brilliant, thank you so much. About, I missed the Manjalavori, sorry, I forgot his full name, session. Will it be available somewhere?
Yes, it's already available on our YouTube. I don't know if you were here when we discussed. No, you probably were not here. So I linked the, yeah, I will put it again in the chat. And actually, we were talking with Rita, I think, and it should be on our website. It's not yet, but we will put it soon. But yeah, we have a YouTube channel where we upload all the recordings of our webinars.
And okay. Thank you
we'll
so
put
much.
The link in the chat, no worries. Okay. So one thing I wanted to show, which is also relatively new, and I think it's quite interesting, it's the possibility to search a case. So what do I mean? So when you are on your cases page, where you have the list of all your cases, you can type some words to search across all your cases. So after you have, you know, a certain number of cases, say you have 20, 50, 100 or more, maybe, you know, you start to forget a bit, you know, maybe you remember something, oh, there was that case about grief, but then you don't remember much more. You can type here anything that you want to search for. And the interesting thing is that it searches across everything. It searches the title of the case, the main complaint, all the notes of the case, and all the rubrics of the case. So let's make a test. I will type grief now. And as you can see, we get the result, and it show us from where this result is coming from. So this case, which is called showcase, it's a test case that I did to show a feature. It's showing because there is the rubric mind grief, or let's say, sorry, 1 second. As you can see now, we get the first result from the notes. So because there is the word stomach mentioned in the notes, and this one because also there is a rubric with stomach. So after you start having a good number of cases, this can be helpful to search for something. Any questions?
Sorry to come back to the mode question. Is there a quick way of changing the mode, or do we have to go to, where do we have to go to?
What do you mean by mode? Do you mean the live mode?
No, the live mode. Oh, sorry, I'm not sure if I'm expressing myself correctly. Is it the dark mode or light mode?
Okay,
That's what I mean.
the
That's what I mean.
theme, or it's
Oh,
either theme
theme,
or mode, yeah. But no, it's definitely also very often it's called dark mode. So you click on your avatar here.
Oh, okay. Okay,
and then you have theme. You can click. So here I'm on the soft, and you can switch to light, or you can switch to dark.
Thank you. Thanks.
Any other questions?
Can we have like we can already search for a remedy within the repertory and for a certain symptom. I just noticed it is good. But then can we also have a comparison of 3 remedies within that?
We cannot do that at the moment, but it's in our list. So that's something it's often most of the other software they have the possibility to compare remedies to see on which rubrics each one appears. That's what you meant, right?
Yeah, I can give you an example. Go to the search for the rubrics, just type coughs, CALVES.
Okay.
No, that's a remedy. So search for pulsatilla, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, and then anxiety, let us say anxiety. Maybe semantic search doesn't work. You need to switch to keywords.
Yeah, it's better because that's a good point. You only get a few results, while if you want to get all the result, oh, actually there's an issue.
Oh, you didn't type it. You have to type it again. Anxiety.
No, but I typed it. I think there's some issue. Yeah, actually, let's see if I removed. Why it's not finding anxiety?
Maybe some bug.
Possible. Okay, this is really strange.
Let's search for fear then.
Okay, yeah, I will look it up later. Okay, so fear.
So within fear, maybe, yeah, accidents could be one of the things that could be explored. So what I also meant was that there you have the possibility to search one remedy with gradations, but then you can't see the remedy name within it. Like you can see, let us say in the other softwares, you can see the remedy name also at the edge of it, right? The remedy that we are searching for. The pulse would be there, but only pulsatilla appears in the results.
I know I didn't understand the question.
Like for example, in complete dynamics, if you search for a symptom and certain remedies, you will obviously find it. Can I show it to you?
Yeah, let's. So I would put pulse here. What do I type here?
Also, Sep, pulse dot. You have to put a dot over there.
Okay, yeah.
Now anxiety. So you can already see pulse would be there on the end, and you can see the number of other remedies that are present. Now go to the remedies and give a space and type sepia. Within the remedies, search here. SEP dot. And maybe some other remedy. Yeah. So a couple of remedies could be useful to show. That's one of the options that would that I would expect in Similia. You can even search for any number of remedies. You can make a filter and all those. Yeah.
Okay, you got yeah. I think we can definitely add that if it's if it's something useful. Let me know it.
For example, I have already repertorized a case, and I just want to know whether it is this remedy has pain aggravated during rain. So I can just check with the text instead of anxiety and pain and rain. If you type, you can see that in the search. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the possibilities that I would look forward in Similia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I've noted. Thank you.
Is that a feature,
Wondering.
sorry, that it only goes with complete 25, or is that a feature in general, Marco?
No, it would be available for every repertory. You mean this one of searching for more than one filtering for more
Yeah.
than one repertory?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's that when it's implemented, it would be available for all the repertories. Still wondering why anxiety it's not working.
It's interesting because I was looking for anxiety yesterday like that, and it wouldn't come up either, and I thought it was me.
Yeah, I will note it. I mean, the thing is, I rarely use the keyword search, so that's probably why it didn't come up. Actually, I'm curious if I search without the remedy, it's probably not coming up either. But if I search without the Y, it's coming up. Okay, we will look at this. Oh, in Murphy it's showing. Well, very weird.
Yeah, I was going to
Anyway.
say, I was just testing it on Murphy and it came up.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll take a look. Okay. What else? Let me think. I don't know if there's any other questions.
Do we have proximity search in the materia medica?
I don't think so. What is proximity search?
For example, you have a sentence, or let us say here 3 words, and it has to be in sequence. Yeah, that's the first option. It's already there.
We have words in same sentence.
Words in
Can you-
sequence also is there. Yeah.
Yeah, we have words in sequence, so they have to be exactly one after the other. While if you
Yeah.
search words in same sentence, they can be in proximity. You want to give me an example to search?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. 1 second.
Yeah.
Nervous headache. From abuse of narcotics.
Like this nervous headache?
Yeah, that's right. Everything is
Okay.
correct.
The same paragraph. Nerve headache from abuse of narcotics. Yeah, I think it's okay. We found something. Let's see, but I'm not sure how accurate it is. But actually, I have something I want to say. Actually, we are just now testing internally the semantic search for the materia medica. And so we have we've been having really interesting result. And for something like this, it would be perfect, because when you search even with proximity with so many words, it's difficult because you have to still match a lot of words. While with the semantic search, like it happens with the repertory, you match the meaning, and so you get the result even if the words are quite different, but the meaning is there. And we've been testing it internally, and it's looking really good and should be ready to release really soon.
Yeah, I look forward to it. This text is actually from acetic acid from boric materia medica pocket dictionary. Can you open Boric?
Yes. I said, I think it's this one, acetomasidum.
Yeah. From Boric.
You see, the problem is that we don't have Boric for this one because some remedies, some odors are missing. Like, I don't know why, like, but yeah, we have all them, pretty much all of the 3 old ones, but we don't have Boric. But I mean, usually we have it for a lot of the other. Like you see, we have it
search
here.
for one of those itself. Yeah. But still, it works, I think.
But yeah, you see, we have you have abuse of narcotics, and then you have the
nervous
nervous
headache is
headache.
already there. Yeah.
So, I mean, the semantic search, it will be so much more interesting compared to this, because it's really just how the technology is so much more powerful. So for specifically something like this, it's going to be very helpful, which is something that, you know, even with a good algorithm that uses proximity, you cannot get close to the accuracy that you get with the semantic search, which uses AI.
Okay.
Actually, this I didn't mention this one, but this is interesting. Especially, I think there's some of you that are still studying. So this is called share case, a new feature that you can find in your in the main case of a patient, a case. So when you click on it, you are asked to put a recipient email, and this must be a user that is already using Similia. So if you try to put an email that it's not in Similia, you will get an error, because it only works if you are already a user. So how it can be useful? For example, if you are in supervision and your supervisor is using Similia, then you can work on a case, and then you can share it with your supervisor directly, and everything. It's like duplicating a case, so everything in the case will be shared. The case name, the patient info, the case notes, all the repertorisation, everything. So of course, also you have to be careful about privacy and having the permission to share and so on. But yeah, for example, if you work, we have this was requested, some users that they work with their supervisor, that they use Similia as well. So it was very helpful, because they were doing everything manually before, but now they can easily share it with this feature. Or if you have a group of students that you study together, or even if you're a professional homeopath and you want to help with the case, you want to comment, you want to study together, that's this feature. It's can be helpful.
Sorry, Marco. So would it appear just in that email, or would it come onto the account of the Similia account?
Okay, that's a great question. And so what happens is that after you send the invitation, they receive an email which say you have been shared the case by your email. Do you want to accept it? So if they click on the link in the email, they accept it, and then it will be shown here in the list of their cases.
Oh, great. Okay, thank you.
In the future,
so how about importing cases from other programs?
It's not possible yet, but we are working on supporting that as well, so that if you are used to any other software, you would be able to export a case and then import it here easily, and you would have the whole case also, maybe with the repertorisation, notes, everything that was exported would be automatically imported here.
also import from notes like Word document and so on? That would be directly into the notes itself, or can we?
Yeah, this depends. I mean, on the. Okay, I see what you mean. Yes, I think, yeah, when we work, when we will work at the importing cases from other software, we can also add like a custom format. So if you have, let's say, a case in Word, which is not from any software, but you have notes and you have rubrics, then we can try. Of course, it's like from a software, it's easier because when you export from a software, the format, it will always be the same. So it will be much easier to process it. While if you want to import like a case from a Word document, which is a custom format, it can be a bit more tricky, but we can try, and I think we can do something. Maybe it might not be 100% accurate compared to importing a case from another software, but still it can be helpful.
Yeah. Will you also give an option to store your own notes for a remedy within a repertory?
Yes, that's something probably a bit more. It's quite a big work, but yeah, we have in mind like some other software they offer. We want at some point to give the possibility like to customize like even the repertory, adding rubrics, adding additions, like a whole module around that kind of customization will be available in the future.
Okay.
And
like also
other...
if you want to link, a case, you have a case already and it is cured, and you want to add all those rubrics to the repertory and have your own gradation. Is it possible? And the note should be available. Like how to say, linking the rubrics to materia medica cases. That's one of the projects that most of the people they look for. When they read a symptom, when they read a rubric, for example, they can go to the text. That's one of the ongoing projects in some of these things. So, for example, how to say, you have a large case. It's no longer available here, but then if you have something, you can add to a remedy episode. So here we can add our own case. So it has cured this symptom of mine, my case, and it should be available as a notes.
Yeah, no, I mean, what I'm wondering, from what you said, I think this is something we could do. It's a big work, but it's definitely doable, especially with complete, because you have all the sources. So, you have Allen, and you could be able to click here, and you are sent directly to Allen Materia Medica, where he mentions to this remedy Apis, dreams of flying. That's what you mean?
Yeah. Also,
yeah.
We can do it for our own cases. Yeah.
Okay, and then also the customization bit. Yeah, I think this is really interesting, and I really like this idea. It's not something that probably in the near future, but it's definitely something on the list for the future. Big feature to add.
We already have within our own program, but maybe you cannot see it. That's the problem.
Right.
So already some of the rubrics, they have the notes and cases, but they will not be available in this one. But still, you can link them to the materia medica from your side through the semantic search. Then it would be helpful.
Yeah, that would be definitely one. Actually, I mean, once we have the semantic search implemented, that would be much easier, actually. Yeah, now that you mention it with the semantic search, it's something that probably could be implemented quite quickly. Yeah, we'll we know that. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I can send you a screenshot, maybe. You can see here.
Yeah, please.
Can you open throat rattling?
Throat.
Throat rattling.
This one.
Yeah. Just a second. So I have sent a text to you. Oh. How can I add an attachment in this?
In Zoom or
Zoom, or else how could I send you to the mail?
if you want on Facebook, if you have it handy.
Yeah, I'll send it to you on Facebook.
Yeah. In the meanwhile, one other thing I wanted to mention about the sharing the case, that in the future, we will also add the possibility to share a case publicly. So, let's say you want to either share a case with someone that is not a member of Similia, or you want to like publish a case publicly. Basically, yeah, you would have here the feature to share it publicly, and it would generate a link which you would share everywhere you want, and it would be accessible by anyone without any account, without logging in. And basically, it would be a case organized with all the notes, all the repertorization. So I guess you saw some from other homeopaths sometimes when they publish like a case study, they have the notes, the analysis, the rubrics, and so on. So basically, it's a way to do that, but automatically through Similia, instead of going and, let's say, getting a Word document and copy pasting the information, or formatting, organizing, etc. You could do it basically with a click directly on the software. Here it is. Okay, so you agonize. Okay, cool. So you got the exact phrase.
Yeah.
Where it's coming, but so this is only for 2 row, because the other ones maybe they have they are not in the materia medica, maybe they are proving something like that.
Yeah, we add it whenever we have it, or we have other one also wherein you can have the whole case within. But they are not. We couldn't find a way to make it available to users anyhow at this juncture.
I understand. Yeah, I think I will let you know as soon as it's ready. The semantic
But
search.
then within your program, you can make an semantic search sort of thing, wherein if you click in the remedy and on the source, you can take the person to the source. For example,
Exactly.
those materia medica that are there with you, Boric, Kent, and those things. So if the reference is there, you can maybe make it possible to go over there into the materia medica.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Rajesh.
I have sent you another text, for example.
Yeah. So are getting where we got close to the end. So I don't know if there's any final questions.
No questions, but I just want to thank you so much because I've said it before. You've given me the confidence to take on so many cases. I was so hesitant before, and now this software is just amazing. So thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you, Rita. It's really appreciated, and it's also like feedback like yours that really give me the motivation to keep working and improving it. So thank you so much as well.
And
Yeah, I double that.
yeah, I wanted to say I share that as well. I haven't used it much, so I can't contribute or ask too many questions, or not many questions at the moment. But I've tried it a couple of times, and it's been enormously helpful. I'm a student. I'm only at the beginning of the 3rd year, so I'm sure I will use it much more in the future. But so far, it's been already tremendously helpful. So thank you so much for this.
Not only
Sure.
Plasta, you are more than halfway through now.
Yeah.
Not only starting, you nearly, nearly on the finish line. No, thank you, Marco. It's
I'm
very
the
good.
same.
Yes, it's the same. Yes, no,
Yeah.
it's very good, and I like that it keeps improving all the time.
Yeah,
And
I think
This is going to be cutting edge software. Since I have been using several software since so long, I could definitely say that this could be future of repertorisation. And since there are several other possibilities, I think it's a great one, and this is to stay. Like, for example, once we didn't know how it is going to work. Now that I have seen it, I can say that it's going to be one of the front runners in the repertory market, for that matter.
Yeah.
Maybe in the near future, it would be among the top used repertories in the world that I can see, the used softwares that I can see. Also, there are some of the
thank you so
things
much.
that, yeah, thank you. And some of the other things are there, like, for example, within the analysis, some of the things could be tweaked. The best in the market so far is Vitalkos Compass. He has something inside which is based on Bayesian analysis. So it's not about the availability, but then there is a scheme for the analysis work that happens. So I think with this Similia, that can also be achieved soon.
Yeah, we are definitely looking into that as well. I don't know if I showed you in the past. We've been working with Massimo Mangialavori at the strategies. That's a starting point to reach. I used Vitulka's Compass in the past, and it's definitely been an inspiration for me for Similia. I like it a lot. Like, the only problem I see with that software is that they stick with like really old repertory with like basically
Yeah,
Kent with a few additions, but software
because
side
you can
is
no
really
longer
cool.
change the scheme, so it's not possible to add anything else to it.
Yeah, but yeah, I think so. This is a starting point using an algorithm with different parameters to tune, and then hopefully with time to reach an algorithm to the level, or hopefully in the future better than that one. Yeah, and yeah, thank you
You
again,
can make it.
Rajesh.
You can make the same for complete also.
Yeah, definitely.
Marco, do you have an ETA for the history? Yeah, remember where we sort of put can't remember now. The name.
Timeline?
The timeline, yes. Do you have an ETA for that?
Not, I mean, not a definite one, but I would say I hope that by October, not sure if the beginning, the middle, or the end, but in October it should be released.
Okay,
and
brilliant.
I foresee two different features. So one, it's a manual timeline, so that you just have an interface where you can add, you know, manually, like, okay, 0, you put childbirth vaccination and so on. And then also an automated one, so that from your notes with AI, it creates the timeline automatically, which can then be edited and tuned.
Great. Thank you. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Can you also,
Yeah,
that's a request of me, can you also add a 6th edition of Organon?
First edition, is it first edition?
Sixth edition.
Ah, 6th.
6th
Okay,
edition
6th
of Organon. Yeah, of Organon. Yeah.
I will know. Yeah, I
For
think
students,
it's
that would be helpful.
available. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, definitely noted. And yeah, that's a whole point. Like, you know, now we've focused a lot on just adding feature and so on, but at some point soon we also want to expand the library. So since, you know, there is a lot of available work for free, you know, like the one without copyright, like the Organon, like so many others interesting classic books. So yeah, definitely a lot of work to do there as well, and hopefully we will manage as soon as possible. By Lassa, thank you for joining, and yeah, thank you everyone, and hopefully, I mean, I really glad for all the kind words, and yeah, we'll continue to try my best to keep improving it, and yeah, hopefully just yeah, try and getting it better over time.
Thank you, Marco.
Welcome.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.